Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Stonewalkers, presented by iCast Fireball. I'm Thomas, your GM for this Cosmere RPG adventure, and joining me at the table we have...
I'm Ned. I play Aldevar Walde.
I'm Christian. I play Drynin.
I'm Mickey, and I play Reshonai.
And I'm Josh. I play Janar Balar.
We got the order right this time. If this is your first time joining us, hi, we're iCast Fireball, an actual play TTRPG podcast where we typically go through 5e D&D published adventures. Our audio-only podcast is published weekly, and we have over 4 years of episodes ready for your listening pleasure on the podcatcher of your choice. Now, this is our ongoing actual play Cosmere adventure where we jump into the worlds of Brandon Sanderson and play the official adventure, Stonewalkers. Created and published by Brotherwise Games, this adventure takes place in the Stormlight Archive's book series, and it should be noted, major spoilers for the book series if you are watching this, which if you are in episode 8 now, you should be aware that there's a lot of spoilers, but if you don't want to be spoiled, come on, join us. If you could pull up a chair, a cast member, Ned here, is joining into this adventure as well, almost completely blind when it comes to Roshar, and we'll have fun exploring. Now, lastly, as a general disclaimer, we are cognizant of the Stormlight Archive timeline and canon, and we're going to try to hold true to that as much as we can. But with the TTRPG, canon might get disrupted at times, so please give us a little grace while we try to realign the canon and the timelines so everything lines up just perfectly. But if there are no other announcements, we'll jump into this week's episode of Stonewalkers with a recap. Last we left our adventurers, we had a battle for 3 rounds where we explored the rules, where we learned new stuff, where we were confused by these enemies and their intent, wondering what their purpose was, why were they attacking? Why were they looking towards the Covenant Stone Crossroads? And why is this final remaining enemy fleeing away from safety and seeking shelter in what is almost certain death in the open expanse of the unclaimed hills? That is where we join our adventures this week in Stonewalkers. Now, Aldevar talked to me off stream here.
That's true.
Now, Aldevar, you had an idea of what you wanted to do, and it was quick, because technically if we had gone 1 round more in combat, you could have taken a fast turn, yes?
That is correct. And I think I am so hopped up on holy cow, I hit this guy in the face, and it actually worked. So seeing
really
him,
well.
Yeah, seeing him running away, having had that insight, okay, something weird's going on with this guy. I want information. I drop the splinter of wood, pull out my sling, and I'm going to use my advantage from the gain advantage I took last round to just try and pop him in the head with a rock real quick.
Which advantage? Damage or to attack?
Advantage to attack. That is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
And that'll be 4 damage.
That drops him.
Okay, and per the rules, the player that deals the final blow can choose for the NPC to fall unconscious with an injury instead of dying.
Nice. What injury do you want to impose on this bandit?
Ooh, we get into the... Is this the first time we've gotten into the injury table so far?
This is our first injury table here.
Oh boy.
Injury table!
It's time for the injury song. Hey everyone, we're gonna have an injury for this guy right here.
Yeah, now I have to try and remember where injuries are in this book. Okay, injuries, page 296. Ooh boy. Okay, so when you suffer an injury, you must make an injury roll. So the first thing we need this guy to do is to roll a d20. An injury roll is not a skill test. Rather, you roll a d20 and apply the following modifiers: if they have armor, if they have any relevant abilities, or if they already have any injuries.
Okay, they don't have injuries. They do have armor. They have a deflect 1.
So we're going to add 1 to the result that you roll.
Okay, here we go. I rolled an 11. Add 1 to it.
Okay, that 12. Is a shallow injury. This is a temporary injury that lasts for 1d6 days.
I rolled a d20. I'm supposed to I am supposed to roll a d20 at
Correct.
First. That's right. Okay. Okay. And now...
The effect is going to be a d8.
Okay, do I add a 1 to this, or is it just the duration?
This one is just flat.
Okay. A 6.
disoriented, injured head, or widespread injury that overwhelms the senses. So, yeah, against the disoriented condition for 1d6 days, apparently.
Whoa.
The disoriented condition is their senses are disrupted, making most tasks difficult. You can't use reactions. Your senses always count as obscured, and perception tests have a disadvantage. Plus, the narrative thing of being disoriented, whatever that means. They fall to the ground unconscious with this disoriented condition set upon them by you, Aldevar, the surgeon, doing quite a bit of damage here and taking down this guy.
I put on some sunglasses and say you might call that surgical precision.
Wow.
Another guitar riff.
God.
No, I think more than that, I'm
gosh.
just kind of like too stunned to speak, like realizing how surprisingly competent I've been in this battle. But then I'm like, okay, we got to get going. So I start moving towards this guy to carry him.
I put my hand on your shoulder. That was some mighty good fighting. I think I could learn a thing or two from you. Why don't you let me carry him, though?
That
you
would be
focus on getting these
great.
people
That would
back
be
to me.
wonderful, in fact.
I'll scoop him up and I'll yell, Janar, grab whatever you can carry. See if we can save some of this man's goods. And then we'll start running back towards the...
Okay. And he's pulling an arrow out of the body of the guy.
Yeah.
Save the ammo.
Also, a real quick, crunchy fun fact. I found an answer to the multiple attacks on your turn question. So,
Wonderful.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise. They thought about this, and they've got language for it. So,
Way to go, Brotherwise.
the strike action takes one turn in your primary hand. You have an offhand, and you can attack twice in one round. However, if you attack twice, it costs 2 actions to attack with your offhand. So,
Gotcha.
So like, even if you like, the sneaky like, I drop and I draw and I drop and I draw with the arrow thing as free actions, I could pick it up, drop it as many times as I want. Apparently, even if I did want to attack twice, it would still cost me 3 actions to do it. At least with my current skill set and ability. So it would have to be I'd have to wait, and I couldn't move or do anything other than the 2 attacks.
And you still have to use your focus, right?
I think possibly. I'll have to double check on that strike action. It's let's see here. Yes, and spend 2 focus.
Ooh.
Using your offhand, yeah.
If you use attack using your offhand, if you don't spend 2 actions, it's still 1 action apparently, but you spend two focus.
Focus.
So
That's a
it's
huge
really
thing.
expensive focus-wise, is what it is.
And that's what one of the bandits did, actually. He had a dagger and the club against Drynin. All right.
We see how well that went
Now-
for him.
Exactly. Now, Aldevar, while Drynin runs over to grab this bandit, you recall and you start getting some senses back to you, and Hannah is just clutching onto the back of your clothes with her safe hand covered on her left hand, as she is a teenager, but old enough to be wearing a safe hand. And she's just wide-eyed and like clutching onto you, recalling that she fled in fear and she was saved by you yet again, as she is just holding on to you, expecting you're going to need to lead her towards safety, as she almost has no control over her movement.
Yes, child, we shall take you to safety, along with, and I start looking around towards Reshonai to make sure that Revan is well enough to walk back to the crossroads.
Oh,
Yes.
he is being carried.
Nice.
Rebin with the arrow in his
With
shoulder,
the arrow still in his back.
which Aldevar, you clock being like, well, there's work to be done.
I'll take care
Get
of
back to
that
camp.
later when we get to safety.
Yep. Hey, it's an important.
Janar.
It's better to be out of a high storm than to fix his shoulder right now.
Janar, what are you grabbing? What are you looking for with Drynin's call out there?
I mean, have we left the Chul to die?
The Chul is starting to curl up.
Oh, it's doing its like
sensing
it's
the high storm.
self-protective.
It's like, high storm.
I guess though, I don't know. I don't know that I actually carry anything. I don't know that I think there's anything of note to carry. But as I am like re-grabbing my my ammunition from these dead bodies, you mentioned a glyph on his hand.
I did.
I do want to make note of that.
Do you have expertise in religion?
Do I?
What expertise do you have, I should say? Why don't you
I
tell
do
me?
not have expertise in religion. I've got some leather armor, Natin culture, Alethi culture, and military life and short bows.
Okay. That... Okay.
But I can at least note what it looks like and ask other people later. I just want to, like...
Exactly.
Maybe I scribble it down really quickly. Or I take my sword out and take his hand. That sounds too gruesome.
That sounds really dark for Janar, I think. So
Janar's in a weird place. He doesn't do that, no, but I will...
Janar's in a weird place.
Yeah, I guess when we get to the point, I don't have religion expertise, but I have linguistics expertise. Would that help with deciphering the glyphs?
This glyph
I can
is going to
read.
need some sort of...
Hey.
It is going to need some sort of religion. But, you know, Tazo being a religious figure, he most likely would understand what this glyph would probably be
Yes.
associated with. as
Tazo,
well.
who was
I'll just make note of
definitely
it,
there the
bring it
whole
back.
time during the battle.
Absolutely.
100%
He was
there the
he was
whole time.
He was critical.
Yeah.
Critical, folks. Everybody has their things that they are bringing back, even if it is themselves, but knowledge armed with it. We are running back to the Covenant Stone Crossroads. And I'm going to share that image I shared a little bit ago. Where is that?
There weren't...
Haha.
Is looting a thing in this game?
You can loot. Yes, there is loot.
Well, I guess I would have looted that guy. Great. The one closest.
Perfect. Absolutely.
Mostly, I want to know if, like, he's got, like, a letter telling him what they were supposed to do, or if there's something...
As you look in, he actually has... Let me roll.
Ooh.
3 marks. Ooh.
Hey!
That you can grab a pouch with 3
Hooray.
marks. But
I'm
he
a
also
rich
has
Alethian.
a lockpick.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So, those
I have
are
a
the two.
lockpick now.
A lockpick, 3 marks, and knowledge about this glyph. Great. So, as you all run back to the Covenant Stone Crossroads, it takes 3 minutes, and it is a palpitating 3 minutes as the storm is starting to come in from the east. While you are running, you see other bandits leaving the Covenant Stone Crossroads, heading off in the same direction north into the unclaimed hills, away from the safety of the Covenant Stone Crossroads here. But realization and fear starts to set in on you as you come to the caravan, and it has been attacked at the same time that you were attacked.
Does it look like a shard bearer
The-
has been here by any chance?
Yeah, that's a very good question.
That does not look like there has been a shard bearer. There are no clear marks of caravans cut in two, stone having been hewed forth, or metal bars being open. But there are some Kolinj soldiers that are down. They are injured. There are those that have seen battle here. The caravan itself to the south, which is the merchant caravan, seemingly untouched for the most part. But actually gesturing the 4 of you to come towards them, the same woman who spoke up and wrote and tried to inspire the Kolin soldiers to join in and help with the fight. She gestures towards you, and to like come into her wagon. She goes, "Bring them here! Bring them! I've got space for them!"
Yeah, I will
Alright.
absolutely carry the body over there.
Janar will catch up beside Reshonai and say, "Does this feel weird? Is this what it's combat usually supposed to feel like? Like, it all seems really confusing. Like, I don't know why we're fighting these people, and I feel like I should know, right?"
At first, she's nodding emphatically, like, yeah, this is really weird about the bandits, and that's what I've been thinking, like, that's what I was thinking too. Oh, battle? As she kind of looks at him, and she sees that I don't know if PTSD is a little drastic, but
No,
that
that I would say that either.
war kind of
Fusion.
yeah.
Yeah.
As she kind of cocks her head at him and studies him. But the high storm is right there, and she's got a guy, and we gotta go. And so she kind of clocks that, and just like she's still in dull form, so she just kind of nods, and is like, "Well, we'll talk about this later." As she just like gestures to the camp, and this is complicated. We can do it. We can talk about it. Well, once we're safe in camp.
He'll say just kind of under his breath, almost to himself a little bit, just kind of goes, I really hope I don't die before we figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
As the four of you run towards the merchant caravan, they you have the bandit body and Hannah and Rebin and the woman, which what's her name? I had her name. Where is it? Oh crap. The woman who yelled to inspire, she says, I don't want him in here. He's the one that attacked all of us. Get the merchants inside. I'll protect them. I've got space for them. Don't worry. It's at the same time that you hear Borden over the noise of the storm. Borden, the Colin, which you know to be the captain, calling to you, to the four of you, and goes, Are all of you fine? Are you injured?
No, but this man is.
Oh,
Wait, well, one of us is.
Why don't we just put him? Why don't we just put him with the other prisoner?
yes, bring him here. We'll get him tied down and question him after the storm.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'll
maybe
bring-
not in
I'll
the
bring that guy.
same cage as our prisoner. If I think I have a feeling that they might be related, and I don't want this man any closer
You think
to
they're
our
brothers?
herald. Definitely, and they have so much animosity, so much history between them. We can't let that be getting in trouble
The
right
prisoner cage has actually been latched down. All four sides of it has been tied down with sturdy boards. It has been staked into the ground. It looks like this wagon is meant to withstand the high storm, even at its fullest height. So he's like, we'll have to take him in with the soldiers, but don't worry, we know how to protect ourselves. Real quick, were you attacked as well?
Yes, we.
As you're all moving towards the shelter, right?
Well,
Has a guy with an arrow on his back.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, you dropped him off at the merchants, yes?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
to get healed up there, yeah.
Yes.
I'll let you guys talk with Borden. I need to go with Revan and make sure that he's doing okay.
Great.
Gotcha.
As you go to Rebin, so you go to Rebin, the three talk to Borden, going towards shelter.
It
You were
seems
attacked
there
as well,
was-
yes?
It seems there was a group of at least 4 bandits and some treachery on the road. They created a mud pit or a crim pit that waylaid a wagon and the Chol couldn't pull it out. They weren't
And you-
incredibly organized, but
But you didn't have the woman with... there wasn't a woman who attacked you over there with the gold, the green... with green face paint on, did she? No?
no women, just 4 men and
They
I
died
think
pretty
that-
easy.
yeah.
Tazo, uncharacteristically, immediately seizes Borden by the front of his tunic, his uniform, which Borden
Whoa.
immediately and instinctively pulls his spear up, and Tazo, with wide eyes going, say, "A woman, you said, with green paint on her face. Did you say that?"
That's what he said, Tazo. We all heard him say it.
By the 10 heralds. They've taken it. They've taken the honor blade. And Tazo runs
Into the storm?
into the
Yeah, what-
storm after the bandits. Close to, not directly into open expanse, but he is running in the direction as close to the rock face as he possibly can be to try to buffet the storm without being overwhelmed by it. He is running
Can
north.
I run after him?
Yeah.
Could you try? Resh and I will grab
Both of us
almost
grab.
instinctively
What?
his shoulder
gotta
and
know.
hold him back.
Are you just gonna let him get away?
Borden glances at the three of you, saying, Your friend, he's going after them. In a high storm? And he just looks at you. Will you follow?
This is why I stay away from religious crazies. That man's not making any sense.
Resh and I will attune the rhythm of peace and say, shelter first.
We don't know anything. Like
Is
why-
the storm? Is the storm here?
It is
raining.
heavy rain. You can see the storm wall about 90 seconds away from where you are. And you see
And
it starting to encroach eastward towards you.
And the bandits are, I'm guessing, more than a 90-second run away.
You can't see the bandits. All you know is what the direction they headed. And Tazo is running that direction close enough to the wall to where he probably will have some protection, but this is insanity.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell, Tazo, get back here. We'll
he
follow them
just-
after the storm.
He's sprinting as fast as he can.
Janar will let up and just relax, be like, we're never gonna know what's going on, guys. We're never gonna know.
If that man survives, we're hunting him down, we're finding answers. But if we follow, the odds of all of us surviving. And we're missing our surgeon. He's taking care of a merchant right now. We
Aldevar,
can't
as you've
abandon him.
Aldevar,
No
as you've
answers
spent a
for
few
the
minutes healing Rebin, helping him, you realize your party's not there. They should be here. You look out the open door, and you see the three of them looking northward into the storm. And Tazo, you can barely see him in the distance running.
Is my patient stable?
Your patient is stable. Rebin, he's actually a pretty spry old man for the most part. He's you're kind of surprised and shocked, but he is stable right now.
I pat him on the hand. You've got this, sport, and I will get up and rush out to join with the rest of my crew.
Aldevar,
I
not
thought you
being
were going
close
after him. I was
behind
like,
you. Aldevar, not being close behind him. Borden looking to you, the four of you now, just saying, you must make a choice now, for I must get into the shelter. If you are to come with me, we leave. Now.
Should I knock him out with my sling?
You're gonna try to sling.
Resh and I will start moving toward the shelter and grab
Borden.
Balar's the front of his tunic and just start moving toward
I'm going with her,
the
but like
shelter.
kind of begrudgingly.
Yeah.
He just seems confused. I think he's lost a perception of self-preservation a little bit in all of this combat.
Okay.
And like he survived multiple encounters with violence, and he's kind of just got this sense that I don't think he fully understands his own mortality enough to that he's thinking he can just keep running and figuring things out. So he's kind of bewildered look in his eyes.
Yes.
Now,
As-
I've run down troublesome cults, and I've, do I realistically think I could run to catch up to Tazo and tackle him and bring him back?
No. He's got too much of a head start. Despite his arm being broken, he's a very athletic dude. And he is very fit. And so in fact, he's thrown his broken arm out the window. It's not even in a sling. It's actually just like awkwardly out. And he's trying to
Flopping.
hold it while he's just sprinting with one purpose in mind. Just running as fast as he possibly can. He's
going
much
to take
too far
so
for
much
you
longer
to
to
catch
heal
up
now.
to him. You cannot
I'm
catch
gonna-
him.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand on Aldevar's shoulder and kind of shake my head. I've got a feeling that man has some disease of the mind if he's running into a high storm, something we can't fix. I hope we find him alive, but if not, we'll look for his body and try and bury him afterwards. Let's get into the shelter.
A disease of the mind, or perhaps plot armor, I say, using my cultural ability to break the fourth wall.
I was wondering when that was going to happen. I've been waiting for it to happen.
Hey, as you run into the shelter, as you run into the shelter with Borden, he closes the door just as you see the storm wall, the most impactful part of the high storm. You literally see it start to come over the Covenant Stone Crossroads overhang, and you see just this massive wind spren ahead of it, and then the door closes, and not 3 seconds afterwards, boom! This roar just shakes all of you to your core. There are objects that are jittering in this makeshift storm shelter that the Colon army has put together, and there is screaming wind. And for a moment, nobody speaks. The other Colon soldiers taking out some spheres for light. 2 of them on guard as the bandit is still unconscious on the ground, holding spears at the ready, but others looking over to you, and one of them, You're crazy than an Erdazian. That was nuts. Staying out the storm to the last second. Borden, I don't... These folks might be crazy enough to join the Colon army. Well, they just do a very difficult decision. I think giving them some time, men, will be just what they need for the time being.
So you guys were attacked?
Oh, yes. Yes, we were. We had bandits and that woman with that green face paint, as I mentioned before.
Why is that significant, the face paint?
It's just odd. How many people walk around, and it was actually in the form of a glyph I couldn't recognize.
Was it this glyph? And he kind of like draws it out on like the dust or something, just like really quickly.
Sure. I didn't recall this before, but Janar, you may actually roll a lore test if you'd like, or if you'd like one of your party members to do it, you may let them roll a lore test as well.
And what is this to accomplish?
To see if you can discover what this glyph is, actually. So if you had the expertise of religion, I'd give you the information outright. But if you roll a lore test, I can give you more information about this.
I have a +0 to lore. All I've got is the image of the glyph. I got nothing, no details about it.
Great.
My
I
intellect
have a
is
skill
0.
point in lore.
Okay. Would you like to roll Reshonai a lore test to see if you can?
I would love to. Reshonai is very interested in Alethi culture and therefore their writing style and glyphs.
Would this be an assist? Could I assist with this at all?
We determined that you could assist by spending a focus to give her advantage.
I have 1 focus left.
Sure, if you'd like.
I will
Alright.
reroll and find out which one is better.
Higher.
Reroll. The first one was better. 12 plus 3 is 15.
That's not bad at all.
Well, that beats the 14 DC that was set for this.
Go.
All right. This glyph is a variant of the glyph Pala, one of the 10 fundamental glyphs of Vorin theology. Now, Pala is usually associated with emeralds, plant life, knowledge, and generosity.
Kind of a weird glyph for a bunch of bandits to be using.
Yeah.
Pala, you say? Says Borden. I agree. It doesn't really seem to be in line with those that associate themselves with attacking seemingly helpless caravans on the road towards the Shattered Plains. How odd. Aldevar, you have something?
I think I've probably at this point been examining our bandit that we captured.
Yes.
Maybe like at this time I'm sort of looking over, and do I see like a similar glyph on his wrist as well?
He does. On the opposite wrist than what Janar saw, you see that same glyph in the same shape, orientation, the same variant. Pala.
Okay.
Is it painted
this was
on? Is it a tattoo?
It is tattooed, and it is green as well.
Can I maybe bring to bear my history expertise?
Let's see. What would a history expertise give us here? For
I
this,
feel like if you encountered somebody with that mark before.
yeah. So for this, I will allow a history check for you, Aldevar. The information, yeah, I will allow a history check. Let's say that.
Okay.
Would that be lore? Is there a
Lore.
history feat? Is there a history skill?
So I have history expertise, but it would probably be
Sorry.
the lore.
A lore.
skill.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I did that in a previous episode as well. Thank you for correcting me.
That'll be an 18.
There we
18.
go.
That's a good result. There is not an extensive amount that you can pick up from lore, other than what has already been determined by Reshonai, which she shares either in a quiet moment or at this time speaking in halting words as she's around other Alethi.
She will have whispered it to Janar, knowing that he would then disseminate that
There you go.
in front of everybody else, just quietly, so that the
Pala,
other
you say?
Alethi wouldn't really notice. Yeah, this Parshman speaking.
Ah, yes, Pala, as I recall. Right?
Ah, my tailor knowledge.
My light-eye tailor knowledge.
He's a light eye. He'd probably be Vorin. He would have
Definitely.
some
Definitely
understanding of.
Vorin family. Yeah.
Because you have the history of reading, Aldevar, as we've determined, a very interesting and different skill for a male to have on Roshar. You are able to think back to societies, like who would possibly have this, and this specific variant, you don't recall this variant having existed before, or you're not sure where it might be from. So that right there could be useful information.
A new splinter faction, perhaps.
Maybe. Or one maybe unknown or not common, right? So that is what you pick up from your lore. Excellent. Borden, unless there are other questions that you wish to ask of him, excuses himself to check on not his men, but his fellow soldiers, as he is still trying to keep up this charade, as I don't think he knows that you know, so...
Do we question this guy? And he kind of like kicks the unconscious body gently with his foot.
I'm gonna turn to the others, maybe in a moment. You two, was that your first blood? Your first time in a fight?
Assuming one of the two is me, I will nod. Yes.
Yeah.
More than
not
two.
sorry.
I'm not talking to Reshonai.
Reshonai.
I've got some biases I need to work on.
Reshonai has obviously killed before. That's why we're not asking.
Yeah, stone cold. I think it's my second, actually. The first time was when the Shardbearer showed up.
Mhm.
Oh.
I think I
How are
killed a
you
couple
feeling?
people there.
A lot of people struggle after the first time.
I feel like it got easier the second time.
That's a little worrying, but not uncommon.
Reshonai's humming intensifies.
Yeah, I shouldn't be better at it.
you can get better at it, but I don't know that it should ever get easier.
Yeah. No, yes. Oh. What do you mean?
I've come to terms with doing what I need to do in the moment, but that doesn't mean that I enjoy it.
I didn't enjoy it. Who said I enjoyed it?
Good. That's good. What about you, Doctor?
Well, my first blood is technically still alive. So, I have caused damage, and there is still potentially a chance to reverse that damage, all depending, I suppose, on the manner in which this brigand acts when he regains his consciousness.
Well, maybe we'll take him out in the riddance and see if some cold water will wake him up.
As this conversation's happening, Janar, you see, you like get distant, but you come to seeing a bit of color sort of like streaking in front of your face, very violet colored, which you know to be confusion spren. As you're pondering on your recent exchange of like, why? And like, what was the purpose? And why did we have to do that? And like these questions.
Reshonai goes, did it look like I enjoyed it? The killing?
What was the word you used? You didn't use...
It was easier the second time?
Mm-hmm.
No, because it wasn't about being easier. I thought it was...
Better. Shouldn't I be better, right?
No. She'll just hum and...
I think the disc. If I could just speak as Josh outside of Janar, I think the disconnect is his excitement for adventure, and I don't think he's clocked that like it kind of looked like he was excited to have combat because it was the adventure he was seeking, and so I think it does seem like he was enjoying it. Like I think Drynin and Reshonai are picking that up. Yeah. Yeah, but he has it, to him. There's that dissociation. He hasn't. It's cognitive dissonance. He doesn't. He hasn't thought about it as like the same thing in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Tight.
I felt like you had said something like, it wasn't hard. I felt like you phrased it in a way that really, did like lean into Drynin going, it shouldn't be that way. So Reshonai just hums and shrugs, and she'll attune worry, and she'll struggling say, never easy to take life.
Yeah. He looks at the party, kind of everybody, and he says, I feel kind of let down. Like, there's so much happening, and all we got is this guy now? Like, are we done? Like, is it over now? Like, I don't know what's the next thing if it's like a book, like an adventure, like there's a next step. There's another thing. The guy who had the answers doesn't run away into the storm.
With my
and he
literature
kind of like looks at the door like he wants to leave. Like you fight and answers then, right? He looks at Aldevar.
Yeah, I turn towards Janar, hands on, the biceps, and kind of lean in and say, this is the call to adventure, Janar. You are looking at these people around us, at Tazo, a person of some renown, presumably, who has disappeared. That means it's time for you to become the hero.
What?
those purple streaks of confusion spread just and becoming more and more pronounced. I really love Janar being like the everyman. Like if you think like the everyman in a story being like of like the audience following along with Janar's journey because they are going on that journey themselves, literary wise. That's really cool to me. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll kind of lean in a little bit closer. Like, many great heroes do not go out into the world intending to become heroes. They make a choice when faced with difficulty to do what is right. And that is why their names live in story and song.
I just feel like there's more of a point in the stories and the songs. Like we killed those guys. And Aldevar, I don't know why yet. I don't know why anybody is fighting here. The Shardbearer, I think he killed a lot of people back there. And it's supposed to make sense, right? It's supposed to be for something.
I reach behind and I pull my hammer off my back and I start cleaning the blood off of the head. And I say, something I learned at a relatively young age is one of the hardest things in life is realizing that sometimes bad things happen and there's no reason to it. We all want every suffering, every difficulty to teach us something, to be a lesson, to be for something. But we live in a absolutely mad world. And bad things happen, good things happen, and there's not always a rhyme or a reason. And that's one of the scarier things in this life, but unfortunately we don't live in those songs and tales. Maybe we will one day, but for now, we do the best we can with what we have. I finish cleaning my hammer and I put it back on my back.
Reshonai will put her hand on Janar's shoulder lightly and say, "We help."
Okay.
People still need help.
While Reshonai says that, Reshonai, your sight moves from the current landscape of talking to Janar into what you are familiar with and what you may call personally the in-between. This is at the height of the high storm, where you know gem hearts or spheres to be infused with their magical light. And as you look up and see the face that accompanies every high storm, you breathe in and you feel the change come over you. Change that you have been seeking for with this high storm.
So I have a question about this.
Okay.
And I have spent the last 44 minutes that we've been recording trying to study this out.
Great.
Because from what I'm understanding when I'm reading this, it looks like at level 1 as a singer, you get change form. You have
Yes.
dull form and mate form. And then I don't think you get forms of finesse, forms of wisdom, or forms of resolve until level 6?
Whoa.
Because it's 6, 11, 16, and 21. There's 3 forms, and then there's Ambitious Mind, and then there's forms of destruction, expansion, and mystery.
So you won't even
Let's-
take
And if you
nimble
go
form
all the way
until
back
level
to
6?
if you go back to page 30 where it talks about gaining a level and it has the chart, at level 6 it says +1 talent plus ancestry bonus talent. It's on page 30 on the PDF. It's on 25 in a book.
We're going to take a few seconds here to read through this to make sure, because this is a critical part of Reshonai's character and everything that she wants and needs to do.
That's why I've been researching it, and I still don't get it.
All right, use rhythms, culture.
Because then there's also an element of like, it feels like you can only choose finesse, wisdom, or resolve, and you have to wait so long to even get. So like, the idea of not ever getting, I could possibly just never get war form. I could just possibly never get scholar form or nimble form or whatever I choose. But even then, I can't like switch out of dull form until I'm level 6.
Hold up. Choosing Singer Ancestry on page 31.
Yeah.
Change form. Quote, you gain the change form talent from the Sinker tree along with one bonus talent that's connected to it. So you can choose forms of finesse, forms of wisdom, and forms of resolve.
Forms of finesse.
Yes.
So does that mean at level 6 I can choose forms of wisdom or forms of resolve? Or is that what Ambitious Mind is? Is that at the point that I can...
It also says Ancestry bonus talents. Each time you reach a new tier, which in Cosmere is 6, 11, 16, and 21, you again gain a bonus talent from the Singer tree specifically.
Mm-hmm.
You must choose it from the Singer tree or from any heroic path. So that's just something bonus you get. But at level 1, you get to choose forms of finesse, wisdom, or resolve. So you're not just stuck in dull or mate form until level 6.
Yeah.
That would be rough.
That would be insane.
So but that is saying that like the forms of wisdom and forms of resolve could be chosen at level 6.
Correct.
To take another one of those associated forms.
And I believe whenever you level up, you can choose to put it in a Singer form instead of your heroic path, but we'll double check that later. But as of for right now, as you feel the change come over you, you mechanically have access to the forms of finesse, which you can now activate. And you become changed. It's slight in this light, because it would be quite dramatic for all the Colon soldiers to see a Singer transform in front of their eyes. And to realize they're not in the same room as a Parshwoman, but a Singer. Reshonai, what form do you change into?
As the wind is starting to come in through various cracks and things in the shelter that's temporary shelter they kind of have up in place, several wind spren are drawn to Reshonai, which on a planet when you are used to humans attracting spren when they feel emotions, it's very obvious that the Parshmen do not attract spren.
Yes.
And so to have the spren suddenly coming to her is like of note. You've never seen a Parshman that happened as a Parshman. And so as the wind spren comes over and visually nothing happens, but in the cognitive realm, one of those wind spren enters her gem heart, and is fusing the right word? Fuses with her gem heart, enters her gem heart, is one with her gem heart.
Yes. It bonds with you in a way.
It bonds with you in a way. Bond is one, yes. She switches. She stands up finally out of that shrugged dull form and stands up, her carapace melting away from this jagged, almost what to humans wouldn't know, but Parshmen has a work form in dull form, and it smooths out and almost becomes artistic and sleek in ways that it wasn't before. And she'll change into nimble form, which gains +1 to her speed and +2 to her focus.
Which is huge. Yep.
Which I think I think it did it. I'm gonna double check it. But because this is a visual podcast, I did make carapace.
Let's see.
I don't know if it's like worth having on, but I don't know. We're gonna try it.
Do
because
it.
I feel
do
like
it.
Heck
do
yeah.
it. Yes!
if anybody's ever played with me, I'm really obnoxious about my props that I have. Hang on, it's like I was a prop master in college or something. So this is my nimble form.
I love
So
it.
Carapace.
Oh, love
We'll
it.
find out if it works. I don't know that it works, but we're gonna
Look
find
at
out.
that
I like
coloring.
it.
That's awesome. The white, black, and the red. That's so
So
cool.
I like the in the Stormlight Archive book, the associated picture that goes with scholar form.
Sure.
I really dig. It's the black with the red, and so I think I might change the coloring on this because I looked back at this and went, oh, that one's really cool. But it's very similar to that scholar form. She has dark skin with reds, more reds than white, even though on the screen you cannot see it. So I gotta make some changes. But we're gonna try this out because she's got carapace. And helps me stay in character, I guess.
I love it.
Wow. What?
Well
And
done.
somebody will watch it and go, that's just maybe just
No.
cut that.
I think we're all awed by your ability to create art like that. That is incredible.
It's very cool.
And quickly
But
grabbing
so
scholar
this
form and
happens in
throwing it
front of
here.
all of us.
It is
So
slight enough.
I think
oh,
kind
yeah.
of what you just see, that she just stands up taller, and you recognize a change in her because you spent so much time with her.
Yes.
And as it smooths out, but anybody who hasn't spent time with her wouldn't know or
Okay.
be as aware. But she definitely, I think the carapace, because it smooths out and becomes more artistic and streamlined because she is more nimble form, versus the cracky, craggling carapace that she had on before.
Ned, just for our listeners here, I have shown what Mickey described as scholar form on Roll20. Maybe we can kind of take a look. Not the form that she currently is in, but the marbling that she saw
Yeah,
that really
what I was talking about.
inspired her. So look at that.
I
Oh,
think nimble form is on here. Is it? No, just relay form.
so
But similar to
As-
that.
as you are talking to Janar, this transformation happens. It happens in an instant for the three of you. But for Reshonai, it is a minute, 2 minutes, as she sees the great face that accompanies each high storm that she recognizes whenever she makes the change. And we come back to the conversation, the storm actually ending, and you feel the riddance happening outside, and you know that it is safe to go out. And Borden speaks to each of you and goes, if you wish to go after your friend, I think now would be the time to do it before the storm fully passes. And
Will you keep an eye on the
of course,
unconscious brigand?
yes, of course, we will keep him safe, and we'll keep him fresh for you for when you return. As he smiles to the four of you.
And if you have your own
Which I
methods
realize-
for extracting information, then have at it.
Feel free to start
Well.
without us.
I hope I hope you don't die before we see you again.
I hope so as well, Janar, and to you as well.
Yeah.
And you see that Borden is actually quite sincere when he says that to you, Janar.
Right on. Thanks. Cool. Here's 3 marks. See you later.
Oh, I don't need to be bought. I'll
no,
hold
it's
on
from
to it
his.
for you.
It's from one of his buddies. I looted.
Oh, okay.
the
I'll hold
body
on
of.
to. I'll hold on to it then. All
Yeah.
right, sounds good. And you.
Reshonai, are you okay?
She finally takes a deep breath in, finally being able to stand up and feel her brain feels so much better, and just not realizing what a burden dull form is, and just much better.
Okay. And he looks at everybody. And goes, "We're gonna stick together, right?
Like glue.
We
4
will.
of us."
Like glue.
Yes. As
Yeah,
the Roshar equivalent glue and creme paste alike. The four of you open the door. Drynin running out into the riddance. It's wet. You're getting pelted by it, but you've got to go after Tazo. You have to find where he is. He has to be in danger, and you pray that his body hasn't been windswept away in the high storm. And who has skills in survival?
I have a +3.
Survival. Here we go.
I have a skill and a +4.
Oh, wow. That's good.
She was
Now,
raised
I suppose
outside.
one mechanical consideration when you are asking for those who have
a
so
skill
there's a
in
difference
it.
between like the modifier and having ranks in something, because
I should
if
say
you
ranks.
have a +3 awareness, then you have +3 survival, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have ranks in the skill.
No,
that
I don't
you've
have any
added
ranks.
to it.
No ranks in
So
the
is
skill.
that what you were asking for?
Thank you. Yes, it is. If you have a rank in it, that is something I need to be better and have a precision of language there. Does anybody have a rank in survival?
Thanks once again to Chris McGuire for pointing that one out to us in the comments.
Seriously,
Hey.
lifesaver. Thank you. Reshonai, go ahead and roll survival. Let's
do.
raise the stakes here.
Yeah.
You got it.
For Ned and maybe some of our listeners, the riddance is just the end of a high storm. Is what they call when the wind gets less intense.
Nice.
My
Whoa.
D20 up. What is
A
it?
22,
Of 18 plus a 4, 22.
but
Okay.
a
Is that an
neutral
opportunity on
result. A neutral result
About
for the
time your
plot
dice
die.
gave you
No,
some good
it's just
numbers.
a normal. It's just a normal
Yes.
on the opportunity dice, right? Okay.
Yes, on the plot die. As
Plot
you
die. Thank you.
despite having this the wind and the rain washing any sign of Tazo, you have to go back to where would be the possible places for Tazo to go to be alive. And so you go immediately to the side of the stone, and you walk to the side of it, and you just follow. And as you follow, you keep close, and it's not 10 minutes where you find a unique depression that is housing Tazo's still breathing but shallow body, as death is overcoming him as a result of the high storm.
Aldevar.
Field medicine.
She'll hurry. Yeah.
As
Tell me what to do.
Aldevar, you go and you move him onto his back. You see a dagger sticking out of his chest
Ooh.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Ice storm didn't do this.
That's not good. No, it
that
didn't.
has been plunged deep in. And
I look around to see if there's a combatant nearby.
Yeah, I'm gonna also stand guard with my hammer now, back to the
Yes.
back to Tazo.
as you stand guard,
Yeah, short bow drawn.
sorry, I had a text. As you look around, he is coughing blood up. Doesn't seem to appear to be anybody nearby, but you keep an eye looking out while Aldevar, you inspect him, and this is a deadly wound. Even with, maybe if you had a surgery room, maybe if you had those elements, you could heal him, but he is slipping away. But not before he grabs weakly your shoulder and he says, I saw it. The honor blade. The assassins are led by a golden-skinned man. They were too powerful. The storm meant nothing to them. As the blade was my mission, but please, you must finish it. You must unite Talon's honor blade as he tries to sit up a little with the others in Genova.
Put an arm under him and help to kind of lift him up.
Janar, as he catches your eye, he points to you weakly. Go to the war camps. My Sto shaman brothers have hired a powerful ally. Her name is Liss. Liss, for anyone who wants to take a note. Find her, and she will know what to do. As he falls back, slumping to the ground, his breath rattling in his ribs. I promised you, on the hollowed stones below, the shamanite will reward you. He smiles weakly as he says, you are Stonewalkers, but you may be all that stands between this world and the next desolation. Reshonai, you see Tazo reach into his pocket and pull out a stone. A stone that you've seen before, that he has held onto his person, and he's held with reverence. And he gestures to you. Swear on this stone. As he opens and reveals it to you, as he pushes it towards you, Reshonai.
Swear what?
Swear you will complete my quest and reunite Talon's honor blade in Shinova.
Oaths are a really big thing. Oaths are a very big commitment. Specifically on Roshar. And she shrinks back from that opportunity. Unwilling to oath herself to something like that.
As he looks towards the three of you, pleading.
I grab
upon.
I put my hand on the stone, and I say,
Janar.
We'll try. Okay. Well, I promise that we'll try.
He looks to you, Drynin.
You may be a madman, but I guess I'm the madder one to say yes. I'll do everything I can to find this Liss and get you your honor blade back to your people.
Finally, Aldevar. He looks to you.
I nod at him, look up to Drynin and Janar. It appears that you have written yourselves into the story. And then back down to Tazo. And if the Almighty smiles upon us, the story will be told for ages to come.
He looks up to you and smiles weakly. Your words, as they echo against the cliff. Janar. Well, all of you, but Janar, you feel a woman's heartbroken voice whisper like gravel, seemingly spoken from the very cliff itself. This oath you will not break.
What?
Tazo smiles weakly. You, my beautiful friends. How lucky I am to have found you. And he pulls at his collar, ensuring his face is clearly pointed towards the sky. I do not hide my face from the gods. I do not die in shame. My quest is given, and I die. And his hand reaches up to you, Aldevar, on your shoulder. Among friends. And as he breathes out, his body slackens. His arm falls limp and falls on the ground. And that is the end of Tazo.
Janar sits down. Sets his bow on the ground and just sits there.
And as our players are left to think, to ponder, and to question what the next step is, where to go and what to do, that is where we are going to end this week's episode of Stonewalkers. But not before leveling up!
Yes!
I didn't know it would happen.
Oh boy. Only took 7
Dude.
episodes. That must be a record.
I assure you, it is not.
Oh.
Now, leveling up in the Cosmere RPG, especially because we're so new, can take a long time for us. So, the question that we have here is maybe we just go through a few highlights, but then we come back in the next episode at the beginning and we talk about the things that we might have taken and done to our viewers here. Does that sound good?
That works for me.
All right. So, in the player's handbook, on page something. Oh no. Where is it?
You looking for the chart?
24. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, page 24 here. We are still in a tier 1 as characters are level 1 through 5. But at second level, these are the things that everybody gains. Everybody gets 5 hit points extra. So you get 5 more hit
Woo.
points. Your maximum skill rank can still only be 2. So note that as you move forward into leveling up. But everybody gets +2 skill ranks as a baseline. So you can put those ranks into anything that does not already have 2 skill ranks.
Awesome.
And then you get 1 talent. This talent, if I recall, and I could be wrong on this, can be pulled from any of the trees that you currently have available. So, for instance, I believe for Reshonai, she may pull it from the Envoy trees or the Singer tree if she so chooses. And then for Drynin, you may go to any of the 3 warrior trees, the duelist, the, champion, and then warrior or soldier or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I know, Drynin, you wanted to consider using forms or stances in conversation outside of combat. That is one of the topmost talents in the duelist tree. You may take that if you so wish. Now, spreading across over multiple trees means you don't get any of the more intense abilities of a specific path, but it does make you more of like a jack of all trades type of a situation in your warrior path. But there's a lot to consider, a lot of decisions to be made here, but those are the 3 basic things you get. +5 health, 2 skill ranks to put anywhere, as long as it doesn't go above 2, and then 1 talent. Where will our players put those talents? We'll have to find out on the next episode of Stonewalkers. Players, thank you so much for playing, but listeners, thank you for joining us. Let me get my script over here so I'm actually looking at you. If you like this or other actual play content, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below on one of your favorite moments from this episode, or leave us a 5-star review on the podcatcher of your choice, or shoot us an email at icastfireball2020@gmail.com, or on our socials at icastfireball20, or, gosh, so many ors, patreon.com/icastfireball20, where you can join the $5 tier a month or any of the other tiers and interact with us on a frequent basis in our Discord. We also have bonus video content on that platform, including like extras where we do warm-ups and like blooper reels, but also an actual play video or D&D campaign called Fizzband. Now, as always, we have our sister podcast, Improv Tabletop, another actual TTRPG, which uses a variety of systems that are not D&D. And if you want to see improv in action or listen through a few Avatar Legends campaigns, which Christian and Ned have gone through, go give them a listen. Don't forget to leave them a 5-star review on the way out. We've also got some other shout-outs we want to do before we sign off here. These are people who've commented on our videos on YouTube. I want to just pull one up here. Let's see. We got, of course, we have Renfailed, at Renfailed over there, commented on our second episode there. One of the coolest parts of the Session Zero adventure is it leads right into Stonewalkers. We think so too. It's awesome. You could just lead right into an ongoing campaign. And Leland Whitehead 56 says, the way Ned narrates reminds me of Matt Colville, which, I mean, that's pretty fun. Pretty good.
Cool. Pretty awesome thing to hear.
Lastly, everybody, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends, fellow wacky adventurers. But until next time, I'm Thomas, your GM, and around the table we have...
I'm Ned, and I play Aldevar Walde.
I'm Christian, and I play Drynin.
I'm Mickey, and I play Reshonai.
I'm Josh, and I play Janar Balar.
Let's brave the storms, speak the ancient oaths, and we'll see you all next time.